All right. And Benji is now outside too. Because he didn't sneak up on me from down here. He jumped off the top of my computer, which is a tower on a shelf over there. So he was behind it, sleeping on the shelf. No wonder I couldn't find him when I put the other cats out. Anyway, I'm Frost. Hopefully you can hear me. I hopefully he didn't nuke my settings on the Roadcaster. If he did, I'm going to have to kill the stream and start over. So let me know. Hopefully you can hear me, because after the day I've had, it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, he is quite the ambush cat. Okay, that is working. That's over there. I've still got my map up. Okay. Wow. I've not seen that many lights change on my Roadcaster in a while. Excellent. Yeah, it was exciting or something. So yeah, he's outside. He was like, yeah, surprising. Good, very good job. Good buddy. Good job. I mean, I did get them riled up earlier to try and get them to go play. And he and his brother got in a big argument and played and ran around the basement. And then I put the 3 cats that I knew were down here out for getting the 4th. Anyway, we're back in here. I'm working on stuff. I am adding some more history to Kiru and what led up to the civil war that they're embroiled in right now. So we're going to bring the map on over to Kiru and all the stuff. So Bear Clan is the largest clan, and they kind of control the most important parts of Kiru. Arthal, Urum, Okala, and technically all the way up into Hero. So Isavale and everything there is other clans. We'll talk about them later. Well, if you've been watching, you know about those other clans. But we're going to finish up our West Coast today. That's our mean. They were having fun with one another until they weren't, and then it turned into, oh, this is what we're doing now, and it just no holds barred, Furfest running around the basement. Let's see here. All right, 30 short years ago, the balance of power in Kiru shifted with the untimely death of Okala the Bear, greatest warlord of the northern clans. Having no legitimate heir in place, his forces fractured, their attention turning to conquest. Division sent shockwaves through the other clans and began a slow march towards full civil war began. Death of Okala is rumored to have been orchestrated by agents of the Leopard clan, but no concrete evidence has been put forth as of yet. Greatest shame of the Kyrians is their past involvement with the mad Brotherhood of the Gilded Veil that created Zanatha, majority of the horrors that still stalk the Forbidden Jungle. Down there. Bad place. Fun place. Bad place. All right, the bears. We talked about the leopards. We talked about them. The monkey clan. Not very wise monkey clan. Yeah. Where are we at here? Rido, Kisa, Vale, Mosun. Ish, Umari. All right. This is where we need to keep going on. I feel like he got a burr on me or something here. Where did he get a burr? Oh, I guess he could have gotten a burr on the back of my shirt. Yeah, it feels like there's little stickers there. Yep. Yay. That's me, the princess and the pea. I can feel the tiny little thing sticking into my flesh. All right, Dao. Aeted Fields. Okay. This is the land of the half giants. Okay, there we go. I'm having fun with these people. Not just caught in the hair. Nope, this one was just stuck right in my the back of my shirt. Hello, Geno Fury. Clan of Erudi. Well, let's see. How do I want to do this? Oh, you see me yawning? It's because I'm tired. It's been a day. All right. So I'm having fun with these giants here because I'm gonna put a little story behind him here, and we'll say folklore teaches that the giants in this area were lonely and looking for mates, so they turned to a witch who shrunk them so they could woo women of the Kyrian clans. Because it's a folklore story, it's, you know, it doesn't have to make sense. A day. But I did have some chili with jalapenos and a lot of hot sauce in it, so I'm going to be sniffing too. That was a high point at the end of the day. Mm. Both they treaties. They're brought into the world. They're mostly peaceful stoneworkers, herders, and miners who are on a semi-cordial basis with the Boar clan, whom they trade and have treaties with. Hired as mercenaries against other clans and monster incursions from the mountains. Here we go. Oh, you guys eat chili over rice or just straight? Just plain old chili. I don't know if I've ever had chili over rice. I've had it over noodles. When I was a kid, we had that because it made the meal stretch twice as far. Or twice as far. Looking for dates, you say? It sounds like we're adding Craigslist to the lore. Change the witch to a warlock. Well, we went with witch because, you know, the witch was, you know, not a very nice lady. And she's like, I don't like these people. Here you go. Go woo these women. Knowing that she was going to, yeah, get them. Okay. Ah, there we go. That's why it doesn't work, because that has too many letters in it. All right, let's see. Yeah, saw it as a helpful act. Real motive. There we go. Gotta rewrite that. Okay. Name the warlock Randy. Never! There should be no Randy! I don't even want Mort in this world, but I can't control that. If there's one thing I could get rid of from all the lore that's been created is Mort. And I'm not being like, haha, I don't like Mort. I just absolutely hate Mort. I hate the idea of a Mort character. It's just so dumb. But Erudia loves it, and you guys love it. Who am I to say? You guys love it for some perverted reason, you weirdos. Except for Santa. I don't think she likes him. Maybe. Kyle said he made rice with his chili when he made it a few weeks ago. I know beans and rice. I like bean soup, but it's primarily chopped meat. Yes, I said meat because I'm not picky about what goes in there. Beef, turkey, lamb. Yep, exactly. It's all good. I've made chili before with, I guess it was 3 meat. It was beef, veal, and like just ground beef, ground veal, and pork. But I thought, wait, wasn't there 4 meat? Well, there were 4 meats because it was also spicy Italian sausage. I had to think about that. And I have made like a Texas red chili where it's just beef that's just falling apart in the red sauce with no beans or nothing. Nothing. Good. And we used to have chili cook-offs at work, and one of the guys made a chili And I tried it and I'm like, ooh, that's kind of sweet. And he goes, yeah, isn't it good? And I was like, I don't want to offend you, but no, I don't like it. And he's like, oh, really? You don't like sweet chili? I was like, who likes sweet chili? He's like, everybody where I'm from. He's from St. Louis, which was a problem. But then I said, yeah, I'm trying to figure out what this is. It feels like I'm eating something with some fiber in it. It feels like really broken down celery, something, but it's so sweet. And I was like, is there pineapple in this? He goes, yes, there is. And I was like, nope. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm done. I can take a lot of things, but that just too sweet. Pineapple and chili? No. I couldn't take it. Put a Mort in there and make him the most wholesome, pure character in the world. Oh, that'd be nice. All the meats. Put all the meats in. It doesn't matter what it came off of. It goes in the pot. Erudia adds him everywhere. He's obsessed with him, one might say. Just saying. Erudia, if you're there, you've got a problem. Ugh, no. No, Dave, you no longer get opinions because your opinions are all wrong. Ha! Ha ha ha. That's me. Laying down the law. Bam! If I had a choice between anime and Mort, I would choose anime, and I loathe anime. It's one of the lowest forms of entertainment ever, but it's sucked up by millions of people. Don't let it make me go on a rant. Because everybody who loves anime hates me. And that's fine. They can hate me. It's absolutely just bleh. And it's still better than Mort. And I think pineapple in chili is better than Mort. And pineapple in chili is an abomination. I'm just going to say it out loud. Pineapple chili is not good, but it's still better than Mort. Mort is a paper cut on a paper cut on a paper cut. An anime about Mort? No! No anime about Mort? No! He's bad enough. Anime is bad enough. They don't need, well, I'm sure they have like 10,000 people that are Mort and half of them are priests. Because for some reason, people that like anime think, oh, it's so funny. There's a priest who's a total lech. Like, okay. They're cool. They're like, yeah, isn't it great? I don't know. You've ever read a book before? Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, back to these poor, unfortunate souls. The Eoten Fields. Oh, how about I spell this right? The Eoten Fields. Eoten is basically, if you can hear it, Eoten, Jotun. It is Jotun. It's another word for giants. The Jotun. You just threw that. Oh, he ruined arsenic and old lace for me. Oh no! All these anime haters. Well, nobody likes anime. They just think they like anime comics. It's kind of like David Hasselhoff. Nobody actually likes David Hasselhoff. They just say they like David Hasselhoff. I'm just saying. It's a thing. I don't know. I'm sure there's somebody. The Germans like David Hasselhoff. And Dave does. Pretty sure he's got a poster of him. None of you are cultured enough. Oh no, Dave. Anime is better than Jets Pizza, but it is close. Yes, I liked your comment or your question, Tomix, after I said that it's pronounced yets in this part of the world. And you said, is that because he eats it? I'm like, yes, but I was going to say, do you mean eats as in throws or eats as in a funny way of saying he eats it? He eats it. He likes it. I like Knight Rider. Do you like Kit or do you like Car, the evil Car? Let's see. Folklore teaches that the giants in this area were lonely and looking for mates. So they turned to a witch. Drunk them. In order to let them... Ooh, women of the carrying clans. Okay, that flows a little better. That sentence is better. Giant saw it as a helpful act, but her real motive was revenge on Boar Clan for exiling her years earlier. Her meddling resulted in more than a few half-giant children who were then driven from their villages with their mothers. Their unfortunate descendants are supposedly the beings that now roam these plains, herding and tending their lands. We'll just say flocks. We'll go back to herding and tending. Kit said he eats it in the trash. Oh, you did say trash. Okay. I like to think that was more obvious. Yeah, I think I missed the end of your conversation, or I forgot it. One of the two. Both. I don't think Darth Dave is known to eat pizza in the trash. I don't think so. Poor Unfortunate Souls. Wasn't Chrysanth supposed to sing that? I don't know. Fantastic. Was she? Anti-anime bigotry will not be tolerated. There was bigotry welcome. Where did I put it? Oh, it was in the chat, the cast chat for Massive Nyarlathotep. There was something said about one of the characters, and I said I put the Fry and what's his name? Bender meme. It said this is the worst kind of discrimination, the kind against me. So there. It's the worst kind of discrimination. Kind against anime, right? Dave will definitely throw Jet's Pizza in the trash. Yeah, he'd probably go buy one and throw it in the trash right in front of the people. Just, that's what I think. Walk away and then push the homeless guy down. And then if the homeless kids try to go get the Jet's Pizza and he hits them with a stick saying, no, this is for your own good. You'll thank me later. I'm pretty sure I got Dave totally figured out there. I'm dialed in. Let's see. However, they were brought into the world. They're mostly peaceful stoneworkers, herders, and miners. They're on a semi-cordial basis with the Boar Clan, whom they trade and have treaties with. In the past, some of their warriors have been hired as mercenaries against other clans and to help stem monster incursions from the mountains. All right, some of those letters came out correct. And 4 at the end of the word. I had a 4 at the end of the word of the. I don't think that's right. Recently, there have been tensions between the Eoten and their giant kin further up in the mountains, as the Eoten refuse to participate in raids against the humans. All right, we're going to leave that kind of there. Boom. I don't think we're going to name a major spot because they're kind of nomadic. I don't think we're going to name one here, but he'd do that in front of ley lines, making eye contact the entire time. You are not wrong. I thought chat raised money for her to sing it, and I was supposed to make a video of it, but it never happened. Oh, I don't know. Chrysanth would have to answer that. Never threw me out. Never had Jet's Pizza, and you never shall, because Dave is going on a crusade to destroy all Jet's Pizza. I have said it. I don't think I've had Jet's Pizza either, and there's at least one somewhere nearby me. Or there are 2 something like that. I don't know. One of my coworkers used to go often to go get their pizza because his family loved it. So I don't know. I mean, they're crazy. So that could be it. All right, we got Eoten Fields. I'll think about. Oh, I do have to make one more point. The Eoten are chartered by the Boar clan with keeping the pass to the east free and clear of goblins and other nuisance monsters in return for trade deals. So I think what we're going to put is we're going to put a tiny little road through there. Just a little one. It's a tiny road. It's going to be something that comes down from here. Going to go up through the woods. It's going to go here. Oh, it's going to hug these hills. And it's going to go down to there. There. So we have a road heading on through that goes all the way through. It's not a very good road, but it is a road nonetheless. Let's see. Don't try it. Okay, I can't see Chrysanth in YouTube anymore unless I log into an alt account. I don't feel like switching over. Working on lumping that in with the live Erudia karaoke, fighting potential copyright issues with no one asked if I would be comfortable singing alone to a camera before the deal was made. Oh, rude people. I could make an image scary for Darth by showing him the jet stock price going up. Oh, who would make a deal like that? I don't know, Dave. Somebody named Dave, maybe? Dave? Just gonna say Dave again. Hello, Cajun Corey. We're talking about half giants. Woo. And who knows what else. All right. I want to add something else in Eoten Fields here. What are we going to put? I think we're going to put... I'm going to call some... It's called the Springstone. We'll put it... What is this one? This is 4? This is heading 4. Yeah. We'll put heading 5 on this. Valley. That letter is Valley. I'm in here, taller than even most giants. Is planted on a small hill in the center of a bowl-shaped valley in the middle of Eoten Fields. The Eoten believe it is a. It wouldn't be too. Let's see. Let's check something. Check something here really quickly. Yeah, we'll go with that. They believe it's a shrine to Arendor. We'll make this by the Brotherhood. Okay. The what valley? Bullshit valley. I don't think I said the word bullshit. There's a bowl-shaped valley. We hear what we want to hear, Thomas. We hear what we want to hear. Where are the lost shrines to Grix? There aren't a whole lot of lost shrines to Grix, but there are shrines to Grix, and I have a couple of them, like the temples in the city in Knetsef and a couple of other cities, like in Agrium. There are temples to Grix that are still there, and they won't tear them down, and they can't. But nobody goes there if they can help it. They're haunted, very unpleasant places, unless you are one of his cultists. And so they're there still. And there are shrines out in the wilderness here and there, places that were important to him where he had shrines. And again, mostly they're inhabited by unpleasant things like very evil lycanthropes and other creatures that really like Grix. They're lost. I don't know, Dave. Just one day she disappeared. All I hear is BS coming out of your mouth. Very nice. Check my blacklist and no one is on it. Well, that's because Crescent just said one day, I don't like Fantastic. She said it to every single person except you, of course, and just clicked a button. And then just boom, nuked. She got, I almost said Elon Musk. I don't remember. Wait, who's the person in charge of Google or Jeff Bezos? Who's the guy in charge of YouTube and all that crap? That guy. She got that guy to hit a button or something. I'm so good with my conspiracy theories. I tried. Yeah, she'll come back if you stop taking your meds. Fantastic. That's her thing. I don't block people, so it's magic. Hey, if we had my sound sets from my channel, we could do magic. YouTube must have thought you two were getting too close. Oh crap, I forgot who the new guy was after Mama Susan left. Yeah, I don't remember. It's some person. I don't know. Boop, goes to save. All right. There was something that was on the tip of my brain. I don't remember what it was now. I'll have to think about that. Need to check why that was beeping at me. I don't know who sent me messages. Okay. Okay, posting. Okay, got it. Okay. Well, it's good to know for me that I'm not the only person who was confused by that message. Good. When I get other people saying, wait, could you clarify? I'm like, haha, it's not just me. It was that confusing. For context, without giving any secrets and stuff away, 2 different people commented on a big change and stuff we want to do. It's going to be really cool stuff. But one person used question marks on images and one person used X. Then they had different meanings for what they wanted, and they both sent the stuff out. So everyone's like, hold up, wait. What does this mean? They're like, obviously it means this. And the other people are like, yeah, obviously it means this. It was left Twix and right Twix fighting. Neil Mohan. Moham. Oh, I wish. Tinfoil's itchy. Whoopsies. Well. Just people not talking and working on stuff and then sending it out, and everyone's looking at him like, hey, maybe you should have chatted before you did this. All right. Let's see. So the Springstone. When you're telling always warm to the touch, even in the deepest winter. This hill and valley are bathed in the warmth of spring. The Aotin believe that the shrine to Arendor, but in truth, it was left here by the Brotherhood of the Gilded Veil for purposes unknown to any but them. See, another just throwing these things in here and letting the DM have a field day with it. No Twix sucks as well. Does it? I don't know. I don't eat. They have to have a fist fight to figure out whose mark gets to stay. Da, 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 da. Punch. Okay. Is there anything else we want to say about the Springstone? Because, like, if you picture it like, if you've ever seen the remnants on like an archaeological show of what maybe like a Mott and Bailey castle looks like from the outside, you've got a ring that's like from top down. It's a ring that's a raised surface. It usually has one way in, one way out, or usually one way in if it's a Mott and Bailey castle. And it's just a ditch that from the side goes up and then down into the inside. And then that is just a big ring that is a hill that they build a fortification on. So you running up to it, you see the big gates, you see a hill going up with wooden fortifications surrounding the whole thing. Picture this as that kind of a ring of a hill, creating a little valley in between. And in the center of that valley, kind of offset a little bit, is a little hillock with this big stone jutting out of it. And this whole little valley inside that little shape is warm like spring year round. It doesn't matter what season is going on. It's always that same season in that area. The snow falls and melts. The summer heat doesn't get as bad there. But it's a very strange place, so no one lives there because who knows what's, it could be microwaves, could be 5G birds, you don't know what's going on there. So it makes people uneasy, and animals don't really hang out in there, but it's a pleasant place to go through, temperature-wise. So that's what we're talking about here. I want to live there. It would be kind of interesting, wouldn't it? Nobody would show up. You wouldn't have to worry about much of anything. You know, you give me a good idea. There's going to be a hermit out here. He makes his home in this vale, his shelter built right up against the stone itself. I don't know if that makes sense. Let me read back what I just wrote. Dan McKessie. Yeah, dance. Dance! All right. I'm just going to sit there on my porch, use some wide area magic, and when someone starts moving closer, just make some weird shit happen. First, let me make a bird fly upside down. That'll scare him. Just... Toad? How about Tide? There we go. Tide. Tide, not Toad. It's Toad to the stone. We'll go with Tide. You know, I had one of the guys, when I was talking about this, sent me a message, and he said, you know, I was just thinking about the campaign you ran recently. He's like, I loved, and now that I think about it more, it was so dark. The magic items that you gave me, I was like, oh, the daggers? He's like, yeah, it was, now the more I think about it and how the story ended and everything, he's like, geez. Like, well, it was supposed to be horrifying. It was bad. It was bad things. Because he had 2 daggers. He found both of them. And they had the spirits of these 2 young people in them. A brother and sister who were twins. And they were made by their mother. He was a horrible, horrible creature. And he could use them singly, but when they started using them in tandem was when they became like truly deadly, because he could take one and throw it and hit something. And if he actually hit the thing, he could teleport to wherever the dagger was to retrieve it. It wasn't coming back to him. He went to it. And then he could do whatever he was going to do. And he used that to great effect in a lot of fun ways. But some of what I'm writing here, I'm like, oh, this reminds me of that house that they went to where they found out some of this info. I'm like, okay, this is going to be dark. But when they found out how they were made and that they were the souls of these 2 young people in them, they were just like, oh, that's horrifying. And why they were made, even worse. Well, yeah, a little bit worse than Hansel and Gretel, but yes. Wait. Ability to skip 80% of a conversation. Yeah, perfect. Did I miss something else? Grown potatoes, single hermit live there. Yep. Oh, grown potatoes to survive. I missed that part. Ha! Very nice. I read almost all of it. I just didn't say it all out loud. I missed the potato part, though. Haters! Dark storytelling. Yeah, it was pretty horrifying stuff. It just got worse from there. That's some fun horror stuff. The screamy, scary, I'm going to pull your guts out horror is just meh to me. The psychological stuff is just way better. Where you leave people wondering, how am I supposed to feel? Which I was so happy. I loved Moss's compliment when he said he wasn't sure what to feel. At the end of Bride Price, he's like, I'm going to be honest. I don't know exactly what to feel here. Like, yes, I've done it. I has done it. Sure, he read it all. Yeah, sure. Wait, you sent chats? King Darth Dave. Welcome, King Darth Dave. I don't think we've met. I had you blocked like I have Fantastic blocked. I mean, I don't have Fantastic blocked. You've got Fantastic blocked. I felt great at the end. Yay! All right. All right. My note is in there. There we go. Bonk. You felt great at the end. You're only missing a little tiny bit. Mr. Winkelman is only missing his pinky. Yeah, just a tiny little bit of the Winkelman was gone. Not much. I block everyone some streams. Wait. Don't do it. I think I got blocked on YouTube by everybody because I haven't had anybody subscribe to my channel forever. I mean, sure, I need to go on there and do some things that aren't live streaming. Sure. Maybe. Because you're the only one there. Not true. I stop by when I can. I'll be honest, I don't get a chance to stop by everybody's streams, but boy, do I try. Dave is one of them yonder. You did accidentally ban Dave from Kick once. Oh. Hey, you didn't even say accidentally. You didn't say accidentally. Why? We know it was on purpose, right? Wait, can Dave hear me? Oh, no. I think Dave hears everything I'm saying. Crap. I mean, I said nothing. Maybe. Right. Bum. Oh, let's see here. I gotta find these two links. I'm gonna put these in my. Okay, I don't want that. I want this in my Discord here. Let me go to my Discord because all right, these are puzzles that I got for a friend of mine and her kid for Christmas by a German company. I think that's both of them. Yeah. They're these really detailed little German puzzles. And I think one of them has triangular pieces, I think. The box is triangular. I can't remember. One of the two. Oh yeah, I think it's a triangular box. But the puzzles are like, 1,000 pieces, and they just have these very complex little scenes, kind of like the Richard Scarry Busy Town type scenes, but not. And they're just kind of cool. So if you like puzzles, I threw them in my general chat over there. All right. The total accident. Yeah, there was a lot of bots, and she got ban happy. Okay. Bots, and I was trying to get that one guy who dropped in, but chat moved, and I got Dave instead. Oh no. Exactly. Don't drop nitrogen bombs. Nort instead of Sout. Right. All right. So what else can we do for the Aeton fields? Half giants, sheep herders. The hermit makes his home in the Springstone Vale. So hermit makes his home in the Springstone Vale. Some other info I'm putting in there that I'm not saying out loud. He's usually the sole witness to the ritualistic marching of the will-o-wisps each fortnight in the Vale. Dancing, whirling, as unusual auroras dance overhead with crackling energy of unknown origin. Ritual is tied to the stone, but he's unable to fathom what their dance could mean. He just doesn't know. Nort instead of Mort, but sure, Sout works too. Well, I was saying Nort and Sout. Instead of eat and wet. Weird. North and South and East and West. Okay, cool. By the way, somebody might work today, one of the younger folk. The younger folk. One of them said, I was looking through photo albums from his uncles and his other people in his family that are older, my age, the older folk. And he said, I kind of felt like an idiot because I asked a question and everybody just looked at me like I was, stupid. I said, oh no, what did you ask? What thing in the pictures did you not recognize? He said, how did you know that? I said, because you were talking about looking through a photo album. There was something obviously in all the photos that you were just like, why are these things here everywhere? Or what is that for? And he's like, oh yeah, exactly. So you've gotten this before. I'm like, yeah. And he said, I was trying to figure out what all the weird bowls were on the desks. Because a lot of these bowls are sitting there, these weird misshapen things made of glass and stuff that had these like this comb thing in the center with slots in it. I was like, oh yeah, ashtrays. He goes, exactly. Like I had no idea. Every freaking picture back then had these things everywhere. I'm like, yeah. As a kid, one of my jobs around the house was, if not vacuuming, was cleaning out ashtrays. He's like, as a kid? Like what? You cleaned around the house. Did you not help clean when you're a kid? He goes, no, we had a cleaning service come in to do that stuff. I'm like, oh, okay. We did not. We were the cleaning system. We were the cleaning service. When you have a lot of kids, free labor. My normal thing. Love showing younger people manual washing machines and them going, what the flip is that? Oh God, all of them. All of them. My mom, my aunts, everybody. The little pouches or whatever. But also the since we lived out in the country until I was 13, 14, that's how we did laundry. We would just wheel the thing out, hook the hose into the kitchen sink, put the clothes in the tub. When they were done washing, you drained the water out, you rinsed them, you drained the water out, you took them out, turned on the roller thing and just fed them through. So it kept squelching the water out and tried not to get your hands caught in it. Just going between the big rubber rollers and squeezing all the water out of everything. So it was fun to put your hand in there because it had a pressure sensor, and if it got too much pressure on the top thing, it would go bonk and pop open. So yeah, this is why you have your kids for free labor. Exactly. Oh yeah, geez, my aunts, like I said, my aunts, my mom, everybody had those uh cigarette bag thingies, whatever, and like always, constantly, like at the family reunions and stuff, one of us would end up catching the girls, our cousins, like having snuck cigarettes and running behind like grandpa's barn or somewhere out in the woods smoking. They're just like screeching and running away because they're like, we're gonna tell on them. Don't tell anybody we were just shooting at signposts, and we won't tell anybody you were smoking. It's fine. What were you guys doing? Nothing. Nobody was doing nothing. We heard gunshots out there. Were you guys target practice? Yeah. At bottles. Totally. Fun times. Oh, yeah. It was entertaining. Nowadays, I'm thinking that none of that stuff happens unless you're probably not anywhere near cities. All right, let's save that. Okay, we're done with Eoten Fields for the moment. We're going to go up to Nocklund. Now, technically, this is supposed to be kind of more between the rivers. I don't think I can make it any smaller, though. Can I? Oof, that's going to get really difficult to see. That's going to block the rivers. I think we're just going to leave it there. We're just going to bring it back up. Like I said, I'll have to have lots of discussions with whoever does the art just to make sure we're on the same page. Grab cigarette butts, enough of them in an ashtray, make a whole cigarette. Adults are so wasteful. There you go. I mean, we were pretty cool and edgy as kids because it was, the cool kids who were older would have like chewing tobacco they got from their dads. And we're like, oh, that's kind of cool. And like one of our older brothers or one of our cousins or somebody would get some. We're just like, oh. And we would never do anything. We wouldn't chew it because we're like, oh, gross. That's disgusting. But we tried to see if there was cool ways we could hide it. So we'd take a clicky Bic pen and you'd empty it out and you'd fill it full of that and you'd be like, I have a pen. But it's really full of this. And kids are like, oh, that's cool. Then later, like weeks later, you're like, oh, this pen doesn't work. Oh, that's right. I put this crap in it. You have to throw it away or throw this stuff away to go find the insert for your pen so you can actually get your pen to work again. Fun times. Being kids back in the 70s. And the 80s. But, well, the 80s was also when we... let me make sure that I don't say this wrong. I think I'm thinking of the right thing. Yeah, okay, I'm thinking of the right thing. Aglets on shoelaces aren't just a conspiracy theory thing. We'd take the end of it, the aglet, and about like half an inch of the shoelace. If you find an old shoelace, you'd cut it off. You would fray the end of the shoelace out a bit so it was kind of poofy. You would stick a sewing needle through the aglet so it'd stick out the other end, and you have a dart. You have a blow dart. You put that in a Bic pen, pull the inside, pop the end of the Bic pen off, you've got a plastic tube. So you just shooting these things, and we were not smart. We tried not to hit each other, but you'd just be sitting in class, all of a sudden you hear a tonk. You're like, there's one stuck in a cork board near you, and you're like, who the hell did that? Because you knew if you hit somebody else with them, you'd get in trouble. They would screech. The teacher would get in trouble. This was more like, I'm going to see if, who can hit that thing during class. And you had to make sure yours were a different color than other people. Otherwise, somebody might take yours. Mine is strawberry flavored. Oh, no. Well, Yeah, but the thing with e-cigs, I think, is aren't they full of toxic metals killing everybody now? I'm going to get this channel banned for making weaponry. Yeah, hopefully not. And this other time, I just wrote lore. So Nocklund. This one time at lore camp, we wrote lore. So these marshy lands, which reminds me, I should do this. Because this is a lowland area. I'm going to see, since I have these symbols, and if I go in here and type in cliff, yeah, I'd have to fit these in, but I can do some fitting and some fussing and some fighting and this and that, because I can rotate these around a little bit. Because what I can do is I can grab this one. And I can rotate him after the fact. Can I not? Ah, it won't let me. Well, that's lame. All right, well, we'll just erase it. Boom, erase you. So the idea is that this is supposed to be kind of like a hilly area between these rivers. I think I'll just rework it. But we got some swamp stuff in here. Swamp. Marsh? I can't remember what it was called. What was that stuff called? Oh, it's under tree. There we go. I don't think they knocked the thing over. I didn't hear it clunk. Probably chasing each other around again. Anyway, I've got marsh grass and stuff in here. Marshy grass. Marsha. It's supposed to feel like, you know, a bit of a marsh in here. Oh, this stuff's supposed to be on a lower level. Oop. All right, let's go back to that. Let's go find our marsh grass. Should be, it's still not under the road. Okay, well. So there's supposed to be a little bit of it at the end down here too, but yeah. I'm not sure why that stuff is not on the right layer, but let's see if I can move this stuff down here really quickly. Boop. Oop. Oop. What is it? Ooh. That's weird. Okay, well, I'm just going to move it off of the road then. I'll move that one there, and we'll move this guy. Yeah. Oop. Because it's still marshy down here. Marshy. All right, and height is in there. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. I don't want that. Nobody wants that. All right, there we go. Nocklund. All right, see? Lore. Yeah, exactly. Totally innocent lore writing. Yeah, giant bricks vaping. Yeah, and that was just another generation addicted to nicotine. And the thing is, I pointed out to someone, I said, how often do you use that thing? And she's like, I don't know, like a lot. I go through a cartridge or so a day, and I was like, oh. I was like, do you know how much nicotine's in that cartridge? And she goes, I don't think that's that much. Not as much as cigarettes. I'm like, I think one of those, one I looked at was I'm gonna get this wrong too, because it wasn't a brick one. She was using like a smaller something or other. One of those things was equivalent to, I don't care about this. I don't want to see this. There we go. All right, so it was 16 milliliters. I don't remember what it was. It was like, it was weird. It was like she was having the equivalent of like 2 packs of cigarettes a day with how much she used it. She's like, seriously? Yes. He's like, son of a... Like, hey, it's not my job to police you people. You guys figure it out for yourselves. Co-work at the time switched from regular, and e-cigarette later she switched back because it's so easy to just grab and pop. She smoked way more per day. Yeah, exactly. It's and yeah, it fooled people into thinking they were being healthy. Kind of like diet soda. I'm totally being healthy. Are you? All right, we're going to talk about Noclund. These marshy lands between and around the rivers are home to many river sprites, and the Kyrians tend to avoid them lest they fall under their sway. Company to keep travelers away from the spirits and their mischief. Glad I don't smoke. Oh, love diet soda, but the taste. Friend of mine hit a weird take on diet soda. Only fat people drink diet soda. Shouldn't that tell you it doesn't work? Can't stand the taste of regular soda. Morse is not wrong, but I think cause and effect were switched there. Well, yeah, you're right. Correct. I like some soda. Like Coca-Cola because it's not too sweet. I mean, it's really sweet, but it's not as bad as like Pepsi. Or Pepsi. But yeah, I still like coffee more. Now, at least there's not diet coffee. There we go. All right. Marshy lands between and around the rivers are home to many river spirits, and the Kyrians tend to avoid them lest they fall under their sway. An elaborate system of wooden and stone bridges connect the islands of solid ground and their stone-paved roads, helping to keep travelers away from the spirits and their mischief. Shrine to Kika lies deep within Noclund, and at the height of her moon's fullness each month, the spirits are out in force. And this is when the Boar clan has their monthly festival of home and hearth, where few travel to avoid... let's see, in order to make that more clear, to avoid the mischief as best they can. So, yes, it's time of mischief of the spirits. Let's have a festival of stay home and drink. This is about capital idea. The moon is full. Stay home and drink. Avoid the lunacy. Not really big on carbonation in general. Was just never a fan. Decaffeinated. No, not diet. Carbonation is bad for lungs. Well, don't inhale soda. Duh. Jeepers, man. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Ika gets some stuff. Ika is known even out here. So, though the Boar clan do not worship Kika, nor do they know how the shrine came to be in their lands, they do not interfere with or visit it out of an abundance of caution. There is no upside to screwing with things you don't understand. Ben Franklin. No, I don't think that was a Ben Franklin quote. Pretty sure that was not a Ben Franklin quote. Like Zoink Scoob. You're not supposed to snort soda. Whoops. All right. While the other girls were stealing cigarettes from their mom's cigarette pouch, Chrysanthe was out there grabbing a can of soda and sticking it up to her nose. And all the kids are like, dare, 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 dare. You just hear a scream from behind the shed. I like the idea of shrines to keep them moving around and just appear places a year or two before moving on. Oh, that is kind of fun, yeah. They just pop up. Oh, it's like a pop-up shop. Let me do something really quickly here. Yeah, too many results to... All right, so Kika. I have too many mentions. Kika is a deity. Here we go. I need to find her shrines because I'm going to make a mention of this as a possible idea. Roll in the God Killer War. Oh, as a deity, where is her entry on shrines? Favored, the oath, the domain of delight is no. That's hers. Where is her shrine? Okay, that's Grix. Wait, Grix? Yeah, okay. Let's see. Son of the Goddess Transformation. Roll in the God Killer War. Got it good. Symbols, Fox, spells and abilities. Okay, numerous races. Okay, small folk. Elves have a different reference. Any items? Okay, Fox's trick. Kika's touch. This is the guidelines. I could have sworn I had a note of here. Oh, I'll just put it here. There. That is a good point. I think that's a fun idea because, like I said, it's like a pop-up shop. And she seems like the person who would love a pop-up shop. Oh my god, a pop-up shop. What are they selling? I don't care. Stuff. And stop making me laugh. Soda always comes up my nose. Blurf. Make the soda come out of her eye like those weird people do with milk. Ugh. Pop. Well, we snort Coke, yeah. Figure Shazam was secretly reading a pun book when she was younger. Oh. Uh-huh. Soda pop. It was obviously a pop. Yeah. Yeah. You people. I'm gonna go check on kitty cats real quick because, well, it was getting a little windy and snowy out there, and who knows, one of them might want to come in. But I've got a surprise for you, fellas. Oh, and ladies, and everyone else. I got a message here. What is this? Hey guys, didn't wasn't Cathor on my Discord server? Isn't that a bot? Didn't we ban him or get rid of him? I think I want to say that somebody else mentioned me or asked me on a different channel. Who was it? Somebody from a different channel asked me about him. Who was it? It wasn't Scott. I don't remember who it was. It was someone. It was a person. Did I get a message from? Is that no? Oh yeah, it was Taz Devil who yeah, it was there. All right. Oh my gosh. And you can tell one of my friends who was asking me is old because he didn't say DM for direct message or whatever. He said I am'd instant messaged. Old. Bring back a cat or two. We have a cat, or he sent me a private message and asked if you knew him. I think he's a bot. I don't know because he's DMing just everybody. Yeah, that's the one. Yep. All right. Here's the surprise for you guys. Watch this. Instead of chair, if I can find it here. Oh, did I move it? Ah, there it is. Okay. Boom. Here I go. Boom. There. Haha. I've defeated chair stream. Dost thou feel judged? I'm back. None of the kitties wanted to come in. That's not true. One of the cats wanted to come in, but I don't know who that cat is. And I was like, I don't know you. I'm not letting you in. She's a very healthy, happy looking little cat. I'm just like, I do not know you and you cannot come in. Oops, my finger slipped. Going from chair stream to AI. The streamer is going down in quality. Just you wait. It's going to get worse. We're going to do some anime streams next. Summon bigger fish. There we go. Yeah, we have to figure out when we're going to play that game with Kaio and Chrysanth and stream it. Oops. I almost made a big mess by trying to drink out of the side of the soda can. There we go. Yeah, here. Look, I'm a VTuber. It moves when I talk. It's totally not me moving things. Judge, 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 judge. I hate you all. Success. PNG tuber. Ah, you're right, because it's a ping, a pang, a pung. I don't know how people pronounce PNG. Something like that. Something, 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 PNG file. Tuber. Thing. All right, so Karthal, Karth Okala. We need to get down to high. Hello. Where did I put high? Should be. Go past it. Fishing and pig farming community. This is one of the most civilized areas along the coast, featuring many an inn and tea house. I will spell fertile correctly. There we go. Let's see. Fishing, farming, and pig raising community. This is one of the most civilized areas along the coast, featuring many an inn and tea house. Here comes a tea and rice for the people of the Boar clan. Oh, I know why it's so weird sounding. I'm like, it sounds weird in here. Music stopped. We'll go to this. Need to get Chrysanth love puns emote and put it over her when we tell a pun. Oh no. Big wrangling communities. Yee-haw! Sweet. There's music. In my head, there's music. It's just Walking on Sunshine playing constantly. It's just never stops, man. All right, so What else can we say about Hawaii? In the lowlands here, it's a fishing, pig farm, or fishing, farming, and pig raising community. This is one of the most civilized areas along the coast, featuring many an inn and tea house situated in the marshy but fertile lands between the two rivers. Oh, there we go. It produces great crops of tea and rice for the people of the Boer clan, as well as some of the best storytellers and bards in the kingdom. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got here? What else can we put down here about the Hawaii? Boom. He never shares music within real life. Of course not. Monkey banging cymbals over and over and over. Yeah, well, you're not wrong. It's music to me, though. Yeah, I don't try not to share copyrighted music. Just saying. It tends to cause problems. I mean, so I am the longest running show on the Legend Seeker channel at this moment, so I don't want to get it nuked. I'm probably, I think, the only show running on Legend Seeker channel, but other than that, fine. Fine. Totally normal. This is the way things go. I think that would be very fun, but we can't blast the A-Team theme because we get in trouble. But as long as we're not streaming it, we could. If we get Kyle and Chrysanth to play Drive Beyond Horizon with us. Yep. I think that'd be fun. Wee. Now I got that song in my head. Dun, 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 dun. All right. You think Thursday Frostewritten is longer than Tuesday stream? Why is that? Why dost thou think that? Or are you making a joke that I don't understand? Was that more than 6 seconds? Ban. No clue. I've lost the thread of whatever the hell you guys are talking about. It was so off key, the AI won't be able to tell. Oh, yeah, I can't sing. Don't do that. Oh, longer running show on Legend Seeker. Aha. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Got it. I see what you're saying. Ding goes my phone. I'm tracking a delivery that was getting to my brother's house, so I'm trying to make sure that it got there. Because he said he was going to be home, but I didn't hear from him whether or not he got it. So let me check here. Let me go check. Checkity, check, check, checkity, check, 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 check. Where was it on here? I've been sending things to people. Now it says it's estimated to arrive by December 6th. Okay. That would be why it didn't show up. That's weird. Okay. Oh, it's sent with UPS. UPS is usually better than the postal service, so I don't know. Whatever. I'll check and see if he got it tomorrow, maybe. Is it? No, it isn't. Thursday and Tuesday. Well, they're totally different shows, but I thought you were saying my Tuesday Frostewritten versus my Thursday Frostewritten. I'm like, huh? FedEx works really well for me, but UPS is good. Little Timmy, he runs real fast. Wow, electronic packages. Wow. No, it was not. Underpaid slaves. Wow. Who knew? We got a union rep here, guys. All right. So, what else for high fishing, farming, pig raising community? We can put a little, it'll have a port. Shelves, so larger ships anchor offshore and larger ships anchor offshore and carry goods via longboat. Longboat and coracle. Okay. Well, Dave, it doesn't really help when your messages are, "I was one once." I'm kidding. It's Tomix. Especially like electronic. There was something you said earlier, Dave, that was very confusing. Oh yeah, you said ban. Was that more than 6 seconds? Ban. I'm like, wait a second. What did I miss here? Oh, by the way, also another reason that I sometimes mess up you guys' messages is I have everything in dark mode, which turns everybody's names in the chat gray. So everybody's names, except if you're blue, is gray. Everyone is always gray. No, imagine Thomas and little brown shorts. No, he can be bought. Oh, she sent you money. Bam, there you go. There we go. And I thought maybe I only had top chat on, but I do have live chat. So just sometimes I got to sit there and look and go, which icon is this person? Dark mode. Yeah, I have dark mode, but I also have a dark reader turned on that turns everything, any page that doesn't have dark mode on it, it automatically turns it to kind of a brownish sepia tone background with light text. The text is kind of sepia tone as well, so it's very easy on the eyes. I have dark mode. Dark mode. Everyone is Greyhound. Exactly. All right, let's see. High is shallow, so larger ships anchor offshore and ferry goods via longboat and coracle. What else can I say about the boats? What else would we say about boats and shores? We'll put a lighthouse. Oh, yeah. I've got a game in 20 minutes with my friends online in real life, if that counts. In real life is online in real life? Not really. They're my in real life. I have met them in person, known them for years, friends that I'm having an online game with in 20 minutes. There, that took a lot of explanation. Plateau Villages is a... Oops. Ambar Laced Coast. Bam, there we go. Online is not in real life. Froste has friends. Met Erudia and Chrysanthemum, eccentric and fantastic, etc. Bell-bound servants do not count. Ow. Need to stalk Frost next, so just follow the smell of cats. They all smell like snow and cat right now. Refuse to leave my state? I've traveled all over the place. I don't need to keep traveling. Everybody just comes to me now, right? Yep. So outside. That's so much work. Huh. Oh, yeah. I was even in Amsterdam once. I was in the hotel, the airport for a layover. That was as close as I got to going anywhere in Amsterdam. It was very exciting. Always in a solid state, never liquid like his cats. Well, Wolfie fell asleep next to me early this morning, and he was in the reverse Superman pose that kind of flopped backwards. And when he woke up, he just made his little meep noises and got up and tried to, start walking, but he was kind of a little unsteady. So he's like, like, oh no. All right. Oh, I just got told by a friend that on YouTube Movies and TV, which I guess is part of YouTube, the movie Firefox is on there. Such a goofy concept for a movie, but it was kind of fun at the time in the 80s. He thought it was all possible. You got to think in Russian to be able to pilot the plane. All right. I just realized something. Okay, good. I did spell it right. All right. So, hi. What else about hi? Besides pigs, fishing, farming? Storytellers and bards. Wooden lighthouse. Maybe that's all we need. Maybe I don't need to add anything else to it. Let me think about, oops. Here we go. Yeah. I think we'll leave that entry like it is. I mean, as it is, I got a bunch of pages written on these couple. Wow, I wrote a lot of stuff on these pages. Okay. I got a number of pages written while I was typing all this stuff up. Yay. Sweet. Yep, Firefox. Firefox. Clint Eastwood. 1981? 82? Early 80s is when it came out. Ugh, my gosh. The yawns. This is why I'm having so much caffeine. Keep myself alert. So the only places I have left in these new areas that I add, or added, the areas I add, is Geiger Fields. Because I even went over to like Gultur and Villagultur. So Giger or Geiger Fields is where the trolls live. Rampaging hordes of trolls everywhere in the hills. Where are the cat girls located on this map, Frost? And I don't mean anime cat girls. I mean the Cats movie cat girls. We know Noel put them somewhere. Cats movie cat girls. I don't know. What are the Cats movie cat girls? Is this something I do not want to look up? I'm gonna be scared if I look it up, aren't I? It's where's Giger Fields here? Where did I put it? You don't know. Now, Anson should be right after these. Springstones out of the. Did I not add a little entry for it? Well, here. No, I didn't put I didn't put an entry in for this one. Oh, okay. I guess we'll put it right before this. I could have sworn I added one. Oops. Eager Fields. 4. There we go. Cats, like the musical, they made it into a horrifying movie. What? Trolls live in an irradiated field where we thrive. I don't want to know. I'm assuming they're terrifying looking. We'll go with terrifying looking. Back. There we go. I can close my thesaurus page because I think I'm almost done here. Like 11 minutes. All right. Seriously didn't hear about that. I remember them making a movie and then it was horrible. But I don't know. Do I have to go to Discord? Do I have to? Can I delete my Discord now? Luckily, there are no buts. I like it. It's all disturbing. T.S. Eliot is rolling in his grave. Oh, God, that's too funny because I looked at that person's face and I was like, gee, she's got that weird Taylor Swift kind of face. Is that like, is she have an uncanny valley face? Evidently she does. Delete the internet, life is better. Okay. I mean, I'm assuming that's her. It just looked like she had that weird center of her face shape, something like that. Trying to decide about this. Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, I know what I'm going to be doing, but huh. Hmm. Uh, are these the images I should be sending Erudia when he shows up late? I I don't know. Is that going to make him not want to show up at all? Or I don't know. I'm not sure how that works. I don't know, man. All right, let's see. The last thing I have to do is I've made the note. I'm going to highlight this so I don't forget that I have to finish it. I mean, it's only 2 words in an entry, so I should have a very clear indication in my head that, hey, I need more here. Erudia likes the Dylan Mulvaney images too much. Ah, Erudia would like him. Well, he might. He might. I thought it was Noelle who liked the fuzzy people, but she probably doesn't like the fuzzy girls. I could be wrong, though. Now I feel like you could take images of the entire cast and tell an AI to make them like Catch in that movie. Well, you could. Is that smart? I don't know. That's horrifying. It's horrifying, man. All right. What do I have here? I'm just trying to make sure because I thought I had one more entry here. Maybe because I named Lake Goltour and I didn't actually put an entry here and I just did Villa Goltour. It talks about Lake Goltour. Yeah, because I talk about Lake Goltour and we talk about the dragon that lives up in the hill or doesn't because it's totally dead and it's not there. Yep. Totally dead, not still alive at all. I mean, there's only one Moonskull cast member who made a catfolk character. Hey. Well, he's a weirdo, but he named him well. Okay. So, I think I'm going to give up and try to do any more lore things at the moment. When I do this show on Thursday, I only have that one entry here to do. What do you guys think I should hit next? What do you got a thought on? Should I add something somewhere else? Or should I fill something out a little more? If there's something else you want to know about, something else you think it would be cool or important to mention in the lore, go into more detail on something, you know, Xanatha or the Umbral Atoll. No. Which areas need sprucing up? So most of the areas now have content everywhere in the more important areas. This was one of the last areas that was kind of just lacking for a large swath. The orc nomads, we can't go into a lot of detail because, well, they're nomadic and they move around. They don't have a lot of cities or places to go. The big cities are talked about. We don't have the names along the mountains and stuff. I could probably do a version of the map where I just name the mountains. So I have a, like, I take another version of this and save it off and put the mountain names on it or something. I don't know. Because I have the main mountains named and a couple of the walls, like the Rime Wall. And the Rain Wall. But I don't have all the other little mountain names that we put in there. Still alive, just getting off work. Yep, I will be done in about 4 minutes. But hello, Jensen. Did you have any fun little tidbits about the edges of the map, including the ocean? So, there's other continents and things out here. This is literally just the Godlands. The rest of the world is roughed in. Like, I have the map images for where the other stuff is. Oh, that's a totally different place. Where is it? Because I have these in 2 different folders because I moved everything around. And it was in here. Where did I put it, though? Did I move it? I might have moved it all back into the right spot now. I think I might have. Into this folder. That's that. That's that. Where is... That's the notable locations. Yeah, I'll have to go look for the image because I have a... I have the original images of the template of the master. Oh, I moved it in that folder. Okay. Yeah, so I will put the image up here since we're chatting about stuff. This was the first map that I did of, let's see, where's this folder? It's in here, in the Legend Seeker folder, map copies. It's this guy, but it's a little bit too big. I have to schmoof it down. This is where I was figuring out the tectonic plates for the world back in the day. And the Godlands is, if I were to zoom back in, the Godlands is this central part here. Basically, if you were just look kind of in the center of this island, you know, you can see Kiru, you can see the mountain spine, and you can see the Godlands and everything, and then the rest of everything. So the world is much larger. It's just only focused on the Godlands. But some of these places aren't even, you know, there's not a whole lot of stuff down here. This isn't quite exactly where the stuff is going to be, and this island is going to be a little smaller, and this thing over here. So some of these are a little smaller, and stuff was moved around a bit, but this is the basics of it. So there's this vast areas up here that are just wilderness and wasteland. But there are other places where people left these kingdoms and formed other little kingdoms in these places. So people left these lands and went elsewhere too. There's a whole lot of the world left to explore if we want to, but this book is focusing on the Godlands specifically. Boom. But yeah, I think we can put more stuff in the oceans because, you know, we went through at one point and we added like the Old Man, the Rookery, the Selkies Rock. We added Thunder Bay and the little islands where the huge sea turtle are out. These islands, I don't think we ever gave these ones a name, though. I should probably name those. But yeah, we can add more stuff in the oceans. We can add more islands. We got all kinds of them. I mean, we can do anything we want in here. Whirlpools. That'd be cool. I'd like a whirlpool. But all right, well, we're going to wrap this up because I got to go. So my plan is to be back here on Thursday for more of this fun, and we will create lore for another area, possibly new ocean, a new area in the sea. I guess we'll see. In Hobby Lobby, I hate they don't use barcode. Really? Why don't they use barcode? People know anything about the areas off in those directions are more of a who knows. They won't know a whole lot. But there are people who have sailed and come back with stories. So, you know, it's kind of like everybody's like, oh, you didn't understand. There's a whole continent out there, cities of gold, people everywhere walking around with weird nose rings and stuff. It's amazing. And you're like, is that true? I don't know. Maybe it's true. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I will talk to you all later. Have a fantastic evening and enjoy Seasons of Ghosts. And I will see you Thursday. Good night.